Hey guys, iRacing Side, and I got a video for you guys today. And this is episode 9 of the Advanced Driving School. And I'm going to be talking about Aero Push. I'm not going to go too into detail. I'll save that for a later video when it comes to other oval cars. So why am I talking about Aero Push? Well, it's usually a big deal in IndyCar, and that's why I'm driving it. Because the front end doesn't want to turn, and a lot of people are taking other people out because of this. So I guess it's a better idea to kind of learn, what the disadvantages are of draft, slipstream, and all that crap. As you can see, the speed really increases when you're behind a car. Like right here, I really close up on this guy. And I mean, really close up, and you can see the consequences there. I had to let out of the gas. But you need to use the draft to be able to close up and have all the speed. So it's kind of a compromise. And the reason why Aero Push happens, all the front end downforce is being taken away by the car in front of you and their slipstream. So you gotta kind of manage this throughout a race, using the Aero to your advantage. See, I'm circling the gas here, and why I had to let out because I got in the slipstream, which I'm pretty much showing an example there with my mouse, but yeah. But you can see my speed also increases. So again, still compromising, gotta pick one or the other, so yeah. I say, a lot of NASCAR drivers always say they can catch up to the leader, get right to their bumper, but then they can't do nothing about it because the front end stops turning because the car in front's taking all their downforce away. And you can also manipulate the car in front of you by taking their rear downforce away, making them loose, or making them oversteer. And you can drive under them. But it's not always the case, but as I said, you can manipulate the car either behind you or in front of you by taking their line away. And you can see here at this distance, I'm in that draft. You can feel it pretty much at this point. And you can see a little demonstration here is why you want to avoid their draft in the corners if possible. That's why that guy's up top and I'm right on this line here. And I try to stay there to try to avoid their draft or slipstream. Only in the corners. It's good to have it down the streets because you can suck up. But you can see that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to move my line around to get away from their push, by being behind them. And you can see, look here, look how big my speed advantage was. And then I turned it down to the bottom, get away from the draft. I hit the bump there. I thought there was a guy next to me. It didn't happen. So I kind of just wasted speed there, but yeah. This is getting if you're like a NASCAR again, one more time. If someone's catching the leader, you can hear a crew chief tell them what they did. They blocked their line, meaning front downforce got taken away, and you can see what I'm doing here. When this guy moves left or right, like he did while being slow, it punched a huge hole in the air, meaning none of it got to the front wing, as you can see here. You see this is the front wing? And pretty much at this point, I'm right in the worst part of a draft situation. Because by this guy moving like he does, it makes that one car wide draft or slipstream and wake, it triples the size of it. Meaning you have no chance to get around the slipstream without it affecting your car in some way. So really that's all there is to it. The only reason why it's the biggest impact on an open wheeler like this at high speeds at 220, well, these cars generate tons of downforce, meaning their hole they punch in there is humongous, and you really have to rely on nothing but wing most of the time. So if your draft gets taken away, so does your grip. It's really all there is to it. I could go in more detail. I will eventually in oval cars, Formula 1, GT3, and other, I guess, higher downforce cars, like the prototypes even. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I don't know how much else I can go into detail about Aero and Aero Push. These are just terms you'll hear. And speaking of which, that might be episode 10. Here in 2 weeks, talk about lingo. So, yeah, Sim Racing Chewy side. Yeah.